Hello, War of the Visions newbies. This is Suspect Amy here, and I'm here to do a quick video to recap my first week diving back into the game. A quick TLDR, I took a 2-year break and just recently came back to see how the game was doing. As many of you may know, my playstyle is a bit more focused on the completionist side of things, where I just want to clear as much of the content as I can. When it comes to specific things like Guild War or Arena, I am pretty mediocre. Focusing on PvE like this allows me to be a complete waifu over meta player. I usually build units based on how they look or what they're like in the story, rather than how powerful they are. I took this same approach when I first got back into the game. I got all of these comeback summons and was immediately gushing over the new units I haven't seen before. This, unfortunately, was a huge mistake that set my account back in a big way. There were 3 comeback summons in particular that I did very poorly on, and it's the 3 summons where I can select what I want. 1 is select a max UR vision card, 1 is select 5 batches of shards, and 1 is select a max level 120 unit. I was very dismissive about these summons. When I left the game, I had 5 100 cost units maxed and had, 17 maxed URs, so I felt like my account was in a decent spot. I figured everything from these summons would just be a nice bonus. So what did I summon? A maxed out Dark Tetrasylphid VC, a level 120 Elia the Alabaster, and shards for a spanking new unit I picked up during these summons, Amnelis. I chose these because I liked Elia and Amnelis in the story, and because my old Tetrasylphid Esper is probably my most beloved Esper. Missile units are totally my jam. Like I said, I was just picking on a whim and having fun with it. Fast forward to today, a week later, and my strongest unit is Sweetheart Salir. My low-cost, level 140 arena team gets stomped regularly by mid-rank level 120 teams. I'm constantly getting kicked out of multi-groups for being too weak for brutal quests. And I don't blame them. The multi-groups I do get into, I'm barely making a dent on the monsters, while everyone else around me is clearing whole waves in one shot. By the way, shout out to Topher3746 for being so nice in multi-chat. This helped me when I was feeling down because of my performance. The team disbanded before I could respond. Also, oddly enough, he's my friend now, but I guess there's no way to communicate with friends in this game. Anyways, now let's talk about where I went wrong with my account. Before I jump into how bad my summon choices were, let me spend 30 seconds on a quick recap of how to become powerful in War of the Visions. In an oversimplified way, 2 things are important to know. 1, that building teams that are the same element is stronger than building mixed teams. And 2, that not all URs are created equal. While URs are the highest rarity units in the game, cost 100 URs reign supreme. The drawback is that their shards are harder to come by, especially if they're limited. I might do a longer video later on team building for low to mid-level accounts like mine, but just remember those 2 things. Single element wins, cost 100 wins. Okay, so the theme to my mistakes is always do your research before you pull on select banners. My Dark Tetrasylphid VC just sucks for my account. The bonuses are wind and fire dependent, and these are 2 of my weakest elements. Also, the Esper is good for spear units. I have 0 leveled up spear units. I had an opportunity to get a very powerful VC that would really help my strongest elements, earth and ice, but I blew it. Same with the 120 unit selector. I picked a lightning unit, which is also not a strong element for me. I could have assessed my earth and ice teams and leaned into exactly what I needed. Do I need a tank or a healer? Do I need ranged or melee attacker? Now what hurt my account worst of all is the 580 shard selectors. It takes 120 shards to move a unit from 120 to max level. All of my strong level 120 units are incredibly low on shards. Instead of wasting this pull on a new unit that would take months to finish building, I could have gotten what I needed to get some of my 100 cost units to max level. I know some of you are saying, so you get kicked out of multis and you suck at arena? Who cares? Just have fun doing the content you can actually do. And you know what? You're right. Other than having my ego bruised a bit, I'm still having a great time after coming back. The story is getting good again, and there's tons of content for me to catch up on. I know I made mistakes in my choices, but these are just short-term mistakes. In the long term, these will still help my account get better. I'll definitely keep playing War of the Visions, but it's going to be a long road to try and get my account back into relevance. I hope this video helps anyone else returning to the game so that they don't make the same mistakes that I did. That's all I have today. Thanks for watching my video. Bye, everyone.